feeling like you're caught in someone else's chaotic performance, struggling against a person who drains your energy and leaves you confused. This isn't just a difficult person. It's often a narcissist. They thrive on drama and control, but you don't have to fight them on their terms. The key isn't to fight at all. It's to cut off their fuel. Today, we're covering the 7 things that make narcissists lose interest and leave you alone fast. This isn't about revenge. It's about reclaiming your peace. Let's start. Number 1, the gray rock method. Become uninteresting. Imagine a narcissist as a performer who desperately needs applause. Your reaction, whether it's anger, sadness, or even praise, is their applause. The gray rock method is your secret weapon. It means you become as uninteresting and unresponsive as a plain gray rock. When they provoke you, you respond with minimal emotion, minimal information, and minimal energy. They are looking for a dramatic response, a passionate argument, or even tears. When you offer a bland, okay, or I'll consider that, you give them nothing. No explanation, no justification, no defense. This lack of reaction is deeply frustrating for them. They thrive on chaos and emotional highs and lows. When you refuse to participate in their theatrical production, they quickly find it boring. They are starved of their supply and are forced to move on to find someone else who will give them the spotlight they constantly demand. This isn't about being cold. It's about strategic detachment for your own survival. Number 2, set immovable boundaries. Narcissists don't see boundaries. They see challenges to conquer. They are constantly testing, pushing, and subtly eroding your personal space, your time, and your values. They truly believe their needs come before yours. This is why establishing and, more importantly, enforcing clear, unyielding boundaries is crucial. Think of your boundaries as a simple, strong fence. Once you've decided what you will and will not tolerate, communicate it clearly and calmly. Then, here's the critical part. You must follow through with the consequence. If you say, I will not discuss this topic after 9 p.m., then when they try to bring it up, you calmly state, as I said, I'm not discussing this now, and then you disengage. You end the conversation or you leave the room. A narcissist will test this fence repeatedly, looking for any crack in your resolve. Each time you firmly enforce that boundary, you are signaling that you are not an easy target. They prefer people who are easier to control, so your firm boundaries become a powerful deterrent. Number 3, stop seeking their approval. One of the deepest and most insidious traps a narcissist sets is making you believe their approval defines your worth. They dole it out very rarely, keeping you constantly striving for their praise, which they rarely give freely. This creates a powerful dependency, a subtle addiction to their fleeting validation. To make a narcissist leave you alone, you must dismantle this dynamic. You have to internalize the understanding that their opinion of you is irrelevant to your true value. Start by recognizing that their criticisms are often just projections of their own insecurities, not objective truths about you. Shift your focus from gaining their praise to affirming your own self-worth. When you stop seeking their approval, you sever the energetic cord that connects you to their manipulative games. They can no longer dangle acceptance like a carrot because you've stopped chasing it. A narcissist loses interest in those who are self-sufficient in their validation. Number 4, subtly expose their facade. Narcissists meticulously craft an image, a public persona designed to impress and deceive. They often present themselves as charming, successful, and virtuous. This carefully constructed facade is their most vulnerable point. While a big, direct confrontation can backfire and fuel their rage, subtle exposure of their inconsistencies can be incredibly effective. This doesn't mean gossiping or launching a smear campaign. Instead, it means asking simple, factual questions that highlight contradictions in their stories or behavior. For instance, if they boast about an achievement that seems improbable, a calm question like, "That's interesting. How did you manage to accomplish that?" can sow seeds of doubt. Or if they tell different versions of an event to different people, simply stating, "Oh, I heard a slightly different account of that," can quietly dismantle their narrative. The goal isn't to humiliate them, but to gently reveal the cracks in their polished exterior. Their power relies on people believing their hype. When that belief wavers, they will often retreat, seeking shadows where their deception can thrive unchallenged. Number 5, prioritize your own well-being. Narcissistic relationships are emotionally exhausting. They demand constant attention, energy, and often sacrifice from you. A narcissist thrives on your depletion as it makes you more susceptible to their control. One of the most powerful ways to make them leave you alone is to redirect your focus and energy back to yourself. Prioritize your physical, mental, and emotional well-being above all else. This means consciously choosing activities that nourish you, even if it means saying no to their demands. It means getting enough sleep, eating well, engaging in hobbies, and spending time with supportive friends. When you are strong, vibrant, and emotionally resilient, you become a less appealing target. Your energy isn't easily siphoned off, and your spirit isn't easily dampened. They seek weakness to exploit, and your self-care transforms you into a fortress of inner strength that they simply can't breach. This radical act of self-love is incredibly frustrating for them because it removes their leverage. Number 6, cultivate a strong support system. Narcissists thrive on isolating their targets. They often subtly undermine your other relationships, making you feel like they are the only one who truly understands you or cares about you. This isolation makes you more dependent on them and easier to control. Countering this requires actively building and nurturing a strong support system outside of the narcissistic relationship. This means connecting with friends and family who genuinely care about you, who validate your experiences, and who see through the narcissist's facade. Share your feelings and experiences with trusted individuals. Their perspective can be invaluable in helping you see the situation clearly and reminding you that you are not crazy and you are not alone. When you have others in your corner, the narcissist loses their ability to be your sole source of validation or information. They prefer to operate in a vacuum where they are the dominant voice. When that vacuum is filled with the voices of those who truly care for you, they often retreat. Number 7, embrace genuine indifference. Of all the things that make a narcissist recoil, perhaps the most powerful is genuine indifference. Not feigned indifference, not silent rage, but a true, deep-seated lack of caring about their presence, their opinions, or their attempts to provoke. This is the antithesis of everything they crave. They want to be seen, to be reacted to matter. When you truly don't care, you render them invisible. Indifference is not a strategy. It's an internal state you cultivate. It comes from understanding their patterns, accepting that they won't change, and choosing to detach your emotional well-being from their actions. It means realizing that their drama is their problem, not yours. Their words become background noise, their actions distant echoes. This indifference is like turning off the lights in their theater. The show simply cannot go on without an audience. A narcissist cannot tolerate being ignored or deemed unimportant. When they realize they no longer have any emotional impact on you, they will inevitably seek out someone else who still gives them the power to stir their emotions. These 7 approaches aren't about punishing the narcissist. They are about protecting yourself. They are about reclaiming your power, your peace, and your emotional freedom. It's about building a life so rich and fulfilling that their presence becomes utterly irrelevant. You deserve relationships built on mutual respect, and understanding these dynamics is how you get there. What are your thoughts on these strategies? Have you tried any of them? Or do you have another method that has worked for you? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story could be the one that helps someone else break free. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching.